Welcome to RK International Academy. From this lecture, I am starting compiler design. This course is belongs to who are preparing for GATE exam, PSU, or then it means VTech course, which are semester exam. Everybody can watch this video. So let's start this compiler design course. First, we will see what are the topics we will cover. These are the 6 topics which belongs to every courses, mm, semester exam, GATE, and also PSU courses. First, there is lexical analyzer, then parsing table, then SDT syntax directory, and fourth is runtime environment. Fifth is intermediate code generator, and then local optimization. These are the topics we will cover. First, let's see what are the first see what is the compiler design. A compiler design is basically to convert a high-level language to low-level language. Basically, the high-level language means those are the words which we speak in English or any other languages, and the high level language doesn't directly convert to low level language. High level language, high level language first convert in assembly language. Assembly language means which are combined with not proper high level language or not nor low level language. So first it will convert it with assembly language, then it will convert in low level language. Low level language means binary code. Means low level language means zeros, ones, zero, zero, etc. Means which are converted into byte code. And assembly language means these are the some comments. I hope you read this in a computer architecture course. If you don't know, then go through it first, or in lecture later I will also cover this assembly language. Now let's see what are the basic building compiler design requirement language knowledge which you should know before come this lecture. First, programming language means which are you use in code for writing code, where you will learn parameters, scope of variable, memory allocation, etc. These are the topic in programming language. Then comes to theory of computation, where you will know the automation theory. And then there are some languages. CFG means construct free language, and regular language, non-regular language, NFA, DFA, etc. Then comes there is some algorithm and DS, which are means array list, linked list, hash table. I hope you know all this. Then comes to com computer organization and architecture, where is the assembly languages you need to know. Then is software engineering. Software engineering means basically how to arrange all these components. Mm, so a high level language how to convert in a low level language, and then how to execute a program. Then comes basic another important term is interpreter. This is also a interpreter, also it is similar to compiler. It converts high level language to low level language. Interpreter is similar to a compiler. It convert also high level language to low level language. In most of the cases, in most of the cases, like lexical syntax and when the statement is end free, when the statement is end free, instead of generating the correspond generating the corresponding code, that statement is executed and result of execution is displayed. It means just like the compiler, it also convert the high level language to a low level language, and there is to convert the high level to low level, there in between there are lexical SDT and code optimization, intermediate code generator. These phases are there. So when the statement is end means every instruction when is read it, when that's fully ended, then it's generate the after a instruction it generates corresponding code So corresponding code and that result is also displayed. Means there is something. Let's write with an example. Suppose there is something in some code, just like has include studio.h, has define max 10, then int main, and just a simple code int a, b, and c. A is equal to b plus c, and printf percentage d a, and then return 0. This every line, this is a instruction. In interpreter, these are all the instruction at every single line. In the interpreter, every instruction is first read it, and after reading this, and there will be a corresponding binary code, just like this. Suppose 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1. These are the 8 bit. Then corresponding this line, there will be 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1. Then corresponding this line 1 1 1 0 0 0 0. Something like this will be first written. Then after executing or after converting this all in low level language, the machine will convert this in output, convert the corresponding result in a output, which will be in also a high level language. Output will be high level language, so user can read this. In there is another difference in compiler. There is in interpreter read every line of statement and execute. execute in interpreter. If there is any error in the middle of code, then it will stop and show the error. There is another thing, just like Java. For example, Java language, Java, which just like Java use both compiler and interpreter. Both compiler and interpreter. Java in Java, it first compile into bytecode and then interpret those bytecode line by line. Java uses both compiler and interpreter. It first uh, it first convert the bytecode, then line interpret those bytecode line by line. In exam, um it is a common there is a common difference which call in exam. What are the difference between compiler and interpreter? Difference between compiler and interpreter. In compiler, it first read all the instruction, then execute. But in interpreter, it execute line by line. Second, because of compiler read fast and then execute, so compiler is fast compared to interpreter. Compiler is fast compared to interpreter. Similarly, because interpreter reads every line of code line by line, then executes, so interpreter is lower. Third, third compiler is it is it is complex to debugging, but in interpreter because it's reading line by line, so here debugging is easy. It's simple compared to interpreter. There are some examples: C, C++, and example of interpreter is Python, Java, etc. Now we'll see the advantages of interpreter. Advantage There are some advantages to use a interpreter compared to compiler. If a if a program is executing, if a program is simple and it is executed once, an interpreter is perfect because it will take a less time. Interpreters are more portable than compiler. Third, certain language features are supported by interpreter. These are the advantages to use a interpreter. Now next topic is typing language processing system. First I will draw a diagram how a high level language is converting to a absolute code or compiler design code. There is a point I forget to tell, that a compiler that a compiler, when a code is executing, after executing a compiler, after executing a compiler, its file its file is saved in .exe. This is the extension. This is the extension. Uh, .exe is the extension of compiler. Now let's draw a diagram how a high level language is converting into a low level language. These are the steps. These are the steps how a high level language converting a low level language. Here, this is a high level language which we basically write in has define, has include. These are the high level language. After this will convert into preprocessor. In preprocessor, we will discuss letter by letter. First, we will see the steps in preprocessor. Then it convert into pure high level language. Means it will definitely it it delete all the space and convert into a general language. Then it comes to compiler. Then it comes to assembly code. Then comes to this assembly code will be come to assembler. Then relocatable machine code where it will be stored. Then it will loader or linker where it will connect every meaningful every meaningful words or code where it will link. Then it will go to execute code where this all this output will be stored in .exe file. These are the steps. Now we will see every steps line by line. Now we'll see the preprocessor. What is the preprocessor? Its first work of a macro expansion. Macro expansion. It performs macro expansion. All macros are identi- identified and and substituted with respective values. What is telling to this? This means, for example, if there is has defined max 10, max is equal to 10, then in code where is the max is written, those max will be those max value will be directly converted in 10. These are the max 10. This is a global variable. This is a global variable. There is another example has defined pi, and pi value of pi is 314. Then in quote, when I am writing a is equal to pi r square, then after this, after when it will go to in preprocessor, then this pi r square will be converted into a is equal to 3.1414 r square. This is the work of a preprocessor. Then is another thing. Second is file inclusion. The statement like first you write, then I am after writing all this definition with example, and then I will define every concept, or if you feel any doubt, then comment me. The statement like has defined stdio.h will be replaced by the file. Sorry, replaced by the folder. Second, language explanation. Language explanation. A preprocessor, a preprocessor can add new fundamental new functionalities to extend the language. by built-in macros. For example, adding database, adding database query facility to the language.